Hello, friends. I am so excited you're here because if you are, it means that you're either thinking, contemplating, or doing this 30-day standing balance challenge with me, which I'm so excited. But we do need to talk safety first and foremost. And this is every therapist's dilemma. If we have a patient, resident, loved one that says, I want to work on balance, but they're struggling with balance, are we putting that person at risk by prescribing balance exercises? What's the flip side of that? To say, I'm sorry, it's not safe, there's nothing I can do for you, you need to stay in a chair. That's not really the best option either. So here we are in the middle. We have to figure out what is safe, but at the same time challenging. So that is what we're doing here. Okay, number one, if you're joining me, we have a steady, stable surface next to us on our side. This would include the back of a couch, the back of a very stable chair, a countertop in the kitchen, something steady and stable. And if you're saying, how am I going to challenge my balance if I'm holding on? Trust me, join me, you will see, okay? You'll see. Anyways, number one, we start with a forward step. Okay, then we move to a sideways step, and then we move to a backward step. So one of the things that you can do is start with your feet planted. And for you, weight shift, shifting your weight, bring that back heel up, shift your weight, bring that front toe up. So you can do all of these exercises with shifting your weight instead of stepping. Are you cheating yourself? No. That is still so good. If you watched my video on Let's Talk Balance, you're focusing on proprioception, ankle stability, and pelvic stability also. So good. Okay, pay attention to your feet as you do that. Pay attention to the weight shift, what that feels like. So phenomenal. So just rock. Now, what about that side step where we're stepping away from our steady, stable surface? Well, what you can do if you're really struggling is face your surface. So if you're facing it and you step to the side, you have it in front of you. This is hard for me to demonstrate because if I face this way, you can't hear me. If I face this way, you can't see me. So I am stepping to the side so you can see how the move is. And if you have good balance, if you're really, pretty darn stable, then you can try it like this. Another option is to make a balance station. And this is a big recommendation I have. Have this in my video on tips for ataxia. Creating a balance station where you have boundaries around you. This could be maybe where you have the back of a couch here and a wall here, or maybe a wall and back, and now you're in a corner. Maybe you're in the corner of the house with a recliner in front. And this is hard because of our forward and stepping because of room. But I do have balance exercises coming up in future videos. And maybe that's a good balance station for you. Having yourself where you do have a stable surface on this side. So if you're at the countertop, maybe steady, stable chairs. Not something where you lose your balance and the chair is going to fly out, especially if you have a slippery kitchen floor. That doesn't really qualify. But creating yourself a balance station. Another thing is to have, like I said, even just something in front to hold on to. So you have back and front, but the best thing for you is to face your surface. Now, if you're facing your surface, you can't see me, right? Well, we're actually for the next 30 days going to repeat our moves. However, don't turn me off. We are going to repeat them in a different order to make them give diversity, okay? But we have that continuity there because I want you to practice mastering the moves. Each one has such good benefit. So now you're mastering the moves, but having that diversity so you're not getting bored of the moves, okay? So if you're not facing me, at this point, you may remember the moves and recall them so that you don't have to see me. That is a good option too. So face your surface for that side stepping away. The forward stepping and the backward stepping, that surface is next to you, so you're a lot safer. Now, another very, very important thing is to have a chair by. Now, this is good for individuals that especially get dizzy. If you have a history of vertigo, orthostatic hypotension, any cardiac, symptoms or history, it's good to have a chair there. This is also good for fatigue and if you're tired. You can sit down. I do only 4 of each exercise, 4 reps, because I want to avoid fatigue. That is why. However, it's okay to do 2 of them and then sit down. It's okay to do an exercise, sit down and rest while we, do the next one. That's okay, but it's good to have a surface by you in case you need it for fatigue, dizziness, all those things. Another good safety strategy is to have a cell phone on you, whether it's in your pocket, in a fanny pack, right by your chair, in case you need to sit down due to one of those reasons. If you're feeling dizzy, any abnormal signs or symptoms, you have a cell phone nearby to, call for help, family member, something like that. Okay. If you're struggling with the stepping and you're kind of mastering weight shifting, you can do a smaller step. That works. The only reason why I have a big step is it really challenges you, and it's really good for my patients with Parkinson's. Big. Small steps are just fine, okay? And then stepping back, instead of we're doing plyometrics back, you can just step back. That's okay. Another thing we're doing is stepping slow, and that is the Tai-Chi portion. Is the slow, controlled movement. You can step a little bit faster. That's okay too. You're still challenging yourself. Now, if you really are mastering this, but you kind of need something at your side, stability sticks are a great option. This is a Nordic walking pole, and this is a stability stick, and each one has a different handle to it. If you can tell, this one has a lip on it, so I can put my hand down here. Usually it's better if it's at 90 degrees, and I can push down, and it gives me stability on one side. Now, you can't use the arms, but you do have stability here, where you can still do the stepping and have something on that side just in case. So a stability stick is an option. There are many brands. Do your research on your brand. This one happens to be Exostrider. No paid promotions here. Please don't misunderstand my intentions, but a stability stick is an option as well. So those are a few of the ideas. Another thing is to have supervision around you, safety in the house. You really can't go wrong with that. Please, please, please put your safety first. You are not cheating by using those strategies. You are still challenging yourself. Trust me on that, okay? But safety first. All that being said, I'm excited you are here. We are going to have a great time. These 3 dogs, 2 of them have already ditched me, are going to work so hard with us. You're going to see how hard they're going to work. And then we are going to make some progress together. So thank you. Little steps every day. We can make some big gains.